Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So I am in West Freeport once again. Fans of the channel know how much I love this area. I think there's a shaman that just pulled up. Sham Adams. And I'm in a familiar spot. I think this is actually really where I used to camp on my shaman. But I'm just praying there actually are guards. I think I may have killed all of them. But I'll try and find more. I'm in skeleton form. A little bit red hot, because there's like old mate, I can't remember what his name is in here, for the Paladin Epic. And I'm pretty sure the Paladins aren't super keen on skeletons running around their town. But yeah, I'm in a familiar spot. I'm trying to find guards to hunt. I kind of love fighting in places like this where it's a bit tight and you're fearing them and it's getting a little bit sus. Oh, okay, here we go. Guard Harakin. He's only green, so I might just get my pet to 1v1 him. Maybe the shaman isn't hunting these. I haven't seen him running around. So I'm going to try something a little sus and just see if I can pull him through the zone. I'm not super familiar with it anymore. It's crazy how on blue I was in here for days on end. I think I grinded like level 45 to level 51 or something in here. I was here for so long, and that was only like a year or two ago, and I can't even remember. Let's see if my pet can get aggro without me. Hey, there we go. I'm gonna throw another one on him. Yeah, so I'm in, West Freeport killing some stuff. I was in the Oasis of Ma. I logged in the Oasis of Ma because I've been killing specters. Wanted to make a video. It's kind of the reason I logged on this morning. And there's level 50 Necro there, killing all 8 of them. Which, I don't know, if anyone knows the play nice policy better than I do, maybe you can tell me in the comments. But I'm pretty sure you can't camp 8 mobs at once outdoors. I'm sure you can indoors, but outdoors, like, I don't know, it seems very antisocial to me. And he's level 52, you can't even get experience. And the specters don't even drop that good of money. Like, it's okay. They drop like the size and stuff every now and then. But it's not like it's a cash camp. So, yeah, that was a little disappointing. I was kind of like, I don't know, I wasn't in the mood to argue with him. And he was kind of giving me one-word answers. So I was just like, screw it. And I'm not really one to petition. I don't think I've ever petitioned on this. Maybe I have. I've petitioned when I lost my corpse, but I've never petitioned someone else's behavior. I usually just prefer to go on with my life. Unless, I guess, someone stole something from me or whatever. But, yeah, I don't know. If you guys know the play nice policy or the rules of this server better than I do, let me know, because I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that. And, I mean, you just shouldn't do that anyway. It's just a dick move. Like, we're all just trying to play some Everquest here. Like, for instance, I know I'm killing every guard in this zone, but if I saw someone else pop up and, like, either whisper me or, just have their presence, or if I saw them killing a guard, I would just move to a different zone or talk to them and try and work out a way we can both kind of win. And also, this isn't as far as I've seen on green, this isn't exactly a contested camp. Still trying to work them all out. Okay. Anophis. That name rings a bell. Sorry, I hope that's not too loud. That name rings a bell, and he just resisted. I'm pretty sure this is the hard one, or the undercon one. I do have a Spirit of Wolf, which is kind of helping. Oh, there we go. As I say in every video, as soon as I start recording, I'm just like... I just play the game like 80% worse. Okay, that was very close. I hope my sound isn't too loud. I'm just going to turn that down. Okay. Oh, you know what? My sound shouldn't be too loud because I reduced the input, so that should be fine. Fingers crossed. Because I know how annoying it is when you're watching a video and it's just like you can hear the thunder and all that stuff. Cool. Also, don't judge the way I'm doing this. I'm still working out the camp. Yeah, go Zaban. I'm still working out this camp, so I'm not doing this super efficiently. I just wanted to make sure I have him dotted in darkness before I get him here. And then I'm going to throw boiled blood on him, which isn't the greatest dot, but it lasts a really long time. So if I'm fighting a mob that has a decent amount of HP, which I'm pretty sure he does, I like to put boiled blood on them. Oh, and also you can't see what level. I'm level 42 now. I think last time I made a video I was level 41. I finished up 41 in West Corona and those guards, and then Asen, the easy one, he went green, so I ditched that. And, whoops. And then I did some leveling in Guk with my brother, which was fun. Oh no. Dooming Darkness is worn off. I hope he didn't run into like the caster guild. Let's see. This is what, oh, there he is. Thank God for so. So I'm gonna try fearing him. Oh, this is really nice and ugly. Everyone that likes ugly gameplay is gonna love this video. See, what I should have done there. Oh, what is he doing? What I should have done there is FD. This is probably one of the worst plays I've ever done. Like, truly terrible. Probably shouldn't have recorded this one, actually. But hopefully someone enjoys it. Okay, that should bring him down. Yeah, that was awful. But I was talking to Daddy Pig, who I was talking about in my last video, and I think, as a viewer, hopefully you feel the same, it's fun watching people screw up on EQ. Like, when someone's trying to show a good camp or like something they enjoy doing, and then it all goes pear-shaped, it's actually way more fun to watch. So I'm hoping people feel the same way, because that was not the most efficient or pretty kill of Guard Anophis. Also kind of on the fence whether this is good experience. I seem to think it was on my Shaman. I just watched my own video just to refresh myself on how this camp works. And I remember I said it was good, so I guess we'll see. And I also said in that video, which I didn't even know, that apparently these sell for 10 plat a piece, which is pretty tidy. But yeah, I think my plan is I'm going to stay here for a bit of the day. I'm working from home, so I can kind of just casually play a bit of EQ in the background. And then maybe tomorrow I'll go back to Oasis and see if that dude is still there. Which, yeah, again, give me your thoughts on that one. If anyone has any thoughts on that sort of behavior. I don't know. I would never do that. But I guess to each their own. But anyway, guys, I will put another bit of footage on the end of this, because no one wants a 7.5 or 8 minute video or whatever it is. So I'll see you very shortly. I just wanted to give a shout out to a couple of people. Netten here, he's a friend of the channel. Really, really nice guy. He's been hanging out with me a lot when I was leveling my my Necromancer. Hang around buffing and just chatting. Really, really cool guy. I've got this kind of wacky footage of him here. And then also wanted to give a massive shout out to Ozono, who I'm currently leveling my Shadowknight with his rogue, which has been really fun. But here's his druid. His druid is a total bad boy. Like, you couldn't look more like a druid than he does, could you? With the Afridi boots and the green armor. Yeah, really nice guy too. So massive shout out to Ozono. Thanks for all the buffs. I mean, you can see right here he's buffing me. And then this was footage from a few weeks ago, actually probably longer than a few weeks ago, of me camping the cloaked, is it pronounced Damphir? Like vampire? I don't know. Vampire? Damphir? He drops the hooded black cloak. I was sitting here for 2 days actually trying to get it. And finally, I think this was like, I was going to give it one more try and then give up, and he dropped it, which is such an Everquest thing. But yeah, I put a lot of time into that camp. So I was very glad that finally dropped. yeah, really, really, really good item. I think it sold for like 3k. This was probably pre-Kunark when I got it. But yeah, it sells for about 1,500 to 2,000 now. Still great item, but it was fun to try and get as much gear as I could for my upcoming Shadowknight without buying it. So this is just some fun footage I had in Oasis of Mar. I've always loved this gypsy camp. It's really nice at night time. Looks really cool. And there's a giant scarab that I sent my pet on just because he was ruining the shot. Yeah, but so I started a Shadowknight. He's currently level 16 or 17. And I'll have some footage after this little moment so you can see where he's at, and I'll give you a rundown of his gear and kind of what my plans with him are. Well, welcome to my Shadowknight and the Gorge of King Zorb, or the Beholder's Maze, however you want to call it. And also welcome to Erudite's Night Vision, which is all the Erudites out there know what I'm talking about, and the humans and the barbarians. I think barbarians don't have infravision, but yeah, it does suck. I have a nighttime axe, that's what I'm calling it, the silvery two-handed axe, so that I can see a little bit better. But to be honest with you, infravision isn't even that good. I'm still pretty blind. I've been waiting for 2 or 3 a.m. before I recorded this video because otherwise the screen is just completely black. Yeah, so I'm in the Gorge of King Zorb, which I'm really glad, I'm sure everyone knows this, but the zone experience modifier is changed on green. So it's gone from, I guess, 100% or 75% or whatever the standard zone is to 150%. Which is fantastic. That's like what Guck used to be back on blue and at the beginning of green. So it's basically like being in Guck, or close to it at least. Really great experience, and I totally recommend it. This place, there's no one in here right now. It's about 7 p.m. on Saturday. But usually, I mean, me and my brother were in here this week, and it was very busy. And once you come here and kill a few mobs, you can kind of see why. Just drinking a soap hot because I have gotten myself into some dicey situations in the past, and so is what saved my life. I think I'm at 2 or 3 on the map. I can't remember exactly. But great experiences. There's 2 Minotaurs that spawn here on 4 or 5 minutes, so a bit quicker than normal. The wiki says 6 minutes 40, but I don't think that's true because these things are spawning it seems like 4 minutes. I haven't timed it. But I'll kill one now. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit brighter so you can actually see what I'm doing. And the King Zorb man, see, I can't even see where this X of this is. There we go. The Zorb man, or whatever his name is, the evil eye thing, is in this rune here, so you don't want to get too close. He's just over that little corner there. Hopefully you can see where I'm pointing. There was a Necromancer in here earlier killing them, which I thought was really cool, because I don't touch enchanter mobs if I can avoid them. So yeah, these 2 Minotaurs, I think they're about level 15, 14, 15. They can give you a bit of a fight, but once you out-level them by 1 or 2, it's pretty safe. I'll go through my equipment in a moment too, because some of it's pretty exciting. Some of it doesn't belong to me. Some of it does belong to me, but it's quite good. You can see by my stats, this is fully unbuffed. I have 140 strength, which is great. 130 intellect, which is also great as a erudite. I've got people with a keen eye. I've probably already spotted this bad boy. I did not farm that myself. I bought it. I actually bought it in Guck. This was before Kunark actually, so it was probably, I want to say, roughly 6 months ago. I was in Guck farming the Dark Reaver, that Shadowknight weapon, and a guy wrote in Guck, he was like, hey, FPSS just dropped, but I'm not leaving the camp, which is pretty classic, isn't it? And he's like, I'll sell it for 4k if someone can come and buy it in the next 18 minutes. And I was like, oh shit. So I jumped on my bank character. My bank character had like 4,500 plat. Jumped on my bank character, got a friend to teleport me to row, and I ran in and bought it off him. Which is fantastic because I've seen they're worth like 9k now. So I'm not planning on selling it, but I'm really glad I got it for that cheap price. Great item. I think it's 21% haste. Very nice item. And then I've got the Hood with a Black Coat, which I think you just saw footage of. This video is like 5 different takes over the course of 6 months, so I think I put this in before, but yeah, I picked that up in Castle Mistmore myself, which is a great cloak. It's actually great for anyone. It's good for casters too, because 45 HP is great. You can never have enough strength for carrying stuff, so this is a pretty good item for pretty much anyone, I think. The rest of my stuff is like, you know, Granite Bracer, Hero Braces, nothing too exciting. Flayed Skin, I've got this more for the roleplay factor because I think wearing flayed skin as a Shadowknight is pretty cool. And then the big item, which doesn't belong to me, is the ruby breastplate. This belongs to Ozona, which I think you probably saw footage of earlier. He's lending this to me, which was very kind of him. And if you're watching, thanks, man. This is such a good item. It's 3 HP a tick, which is pretty cool because if you look at the regen, the innate regen list on the wiki, I think I get 2 sitting. Non-Ixar / trolls get 2 sitting, 1 standing. I think that's right. But with the ruby, I'm getting 4 standing and 5 sitting, which is actually better than a troll or an Ixar. So, great item. I'll be giving that back to him at some point, but it's definitely helping these earlier levels. Because when I was leveling from like 1 to 10, it was very apparent that I wasn't playing a troll, I gotta say, because most of my characters, if I can be a troll, I will play a troll. And I'm used to that regen, so it was stinging a little bit. But when I put this on, yeah, massive difference. But also, I didn't want to gimp this character out. Like, I can't afford a fungi. This is all the money I have in the world, 105 plat. So I can't afford a fungi anyway, but even if I could, I don't know if I would get one because I kind of want a semi-struggle leveling. You know, I want a little bit of a handicap, like the ruby breastplate and the FBSS. That helps a ton. I don't want to start from scratch, but I don't want to be like some overpowered... Actually, having said that, I am pretty overpowered with this gear. But I just think a fungi might just kind of be a bit much. Because then it's kind of like you don't need to group. And I love grouping, so I want to group. So having a fungi kind of just, I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. And then for weapons, I have Poison Wind Sensor, which also doesn't belong to me. But great item to level 20. Such a good ratio. If you're playing a Shaman, if you're a new player and you're playing a Shaman, this is what you should be looking for. Costs about 2k and it's worth its weight in gold. This is such a good item. And then Gale of Poison is an AoE poison proc, but it hits you too. So when you get level 51, don't quote me on that, it's either 51 or 48 or 45 or something. But once this procs, you need to ditch it because you don't want that. It hits you too and it kind of messes you up. And then I have an Axe of the Lost Souls, which is such a good item for how cheap it is. I bought this for like 900 plat. And then I'm looking for a Mace of the Shadowed Soul, but haven't been successful finding one. I mean, I'm using this at the moment, which isn't the best. And here's my Darkforge breastplate, which is what I was wearing before I got lent this. But I'll be wearing this until the moment I'm asked for it back. But yeah, my plans for this character, I've always wanted a melee to be level, you know, like a 40s, 50s Shadow Knight or Monk or whatever. Shadow Knight's actually always been my favorite melee class. And through raiding on blue... Oh shit, there's an Elder right there. This might get a little dicey. So that's the other thing with this camp. There's an Elder that sometimes paths down to where you med. So if you want to AFK, don't do it on the pathway here. But when it's busy, this guy usually gets killed by somebody else. Someone else will pick him up and drag him back to their group. But if you're fighting a Minotaur and this guy jumps you, it's either use Harm Touch or run away. And yeah, if I had Harm Touch up right now, I would, but it's not ready. Also, another funny thing, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but for RP reasons, this character was a paladin when the server launched, just because I kind of wanted to do like a, you know, reborn Shadowknight sort of thing. Jeez, this is pretty dicey, isn't it? I'm just doing the life tap spam. If he gets another lucky hit on me, this could get... Oh, no, I think I got this. But yeah, I have Lay of Hands here. Look, lay hands. Which is pretty funny. Because this character had the same name. Zuby was the paladin. I think I killed like one mob. I just ran around. But yeah, I still have Lay Hands as an ability. So I'm keeping that. Yeah, look, here's proof. It's not a macro. It's actually an ability. It was on my abilities page, which I thought was really funny. Oh my god, sorry. See, I'm going to leave Lay Hands there as a relic of my paladin past. But yeah, so this is where Rubicite Breastplate comes into play. Because I've pretty much just got to sit down and wait. If I didn't have Ruby Breastplate, this would be a 15-minute wait. With it, it's, you know, probably a third of that. But yeah, my plan is to get this guy to like level 40 plus, 50 plus. I'd really like for this character to be my main green character. Because I have a 35 Ranger, a 30-something Pally, and a 30-something SK on blue. But I never really took them very seriously. They were kind of just my background characters. But I'd really like for this guy to get, you know, go into Velius at a decent level and do some raids, because melee raiding looks really fun. Chamois raiding isn't really for me, if I'm honest. Being a backup healer can be kind of boring. It's fun buffing and stuff, but it's like I've always wanted to get into it and actually attack. Oh my god, what am I doing? I didn't even show you the character because I play first person because I'm such a nerd. Okay. Here he is. Look how cool he looks. Isn't that great? With the flayed skin, it matches here. It's kind of like a nice gradient. It looks better with this axe actually. And I love this is my favorite erudite face with the dots on his cheek. Feels very Shadowknight to me. But as far as aesthetics go, I don't think I'm actually going to get much better than this. I think this is about as cool as my character can look. And also, one thing I want to just show, if people don't know this, there's a weird graphics glitch where your helmet displays whatever graphics your gloves are, if that makes sense. So look at this. I think you need to have a helmet attached, actually. But look, if I take my gloves off, my helmet changes color. I think that's just default plate. But if I put my gloves back on, it goes red. So if I put green plate gloves on, my helmet goes green too, which is kind of annoying because it's forced my gloves. The Darkforge gloves, they're not actually very good, but I'm kind of forced to wear them because I want a red or black helmet. It's really weird, right? So my plan is to get Blood Ember gauntlets because they've got a good clicky, but I haven't seen them for sale, so I'll pick them up at some point. But yeah, here's my Shadowknight. I'm going to have plenty more footage of this guy coming soon. My brother is playing Ixar Shaman, so we're going to be duoing. In fact, this is the only time I've played this character without duoing with him. So if he's watching this, he's going to be like, yo, what are you doing? And yeah, sorry. We'll get back on it. He's level 16 now, so I'll have to help him catch up. And then, yeah, there'll be plenty of cool footage. So it's going to be me, my brother, and Ozono's Rogue. So Shaman, SK, and Rogue, which is pretty much the perfect trio, if you ask me, for melee trio. So much fun. So I think there's going to be some really fun footage coming because we have plans on, we want to go to Permafrost and then some stuff in Kunark. And then I kind of want to check out Droga because I don't think I've ever even been in that zone. I want to check out Droga and I want to check out, what's that other one in Kunark? There's another dungeon that I've hardly ever done I want to check out. Yeah, lots of grand plans on this character. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Got the EQ bug. But yeah, guys, thanks again for watching and look for more uploads because I'm definitely going to be trying to chronicle this guy as I level up. Okay, cheers, guys.